The action just keeps on coming, wrestling fans. Thanks so much for joining us once again on Green Mountain Wrestling's YouTube page as we continue to present Autumn Armageddon. My name is Peter DeLonge. We are here at the Barre Elks Lodge in Barre, Vermont, and this is your co-main event. Right now, coming down to the ring, getting ready for a singles competition. Arguably one of the top names, top dogs, top stars in Green Mountain Wrestling right now. And when the Heavyweight Championship is eventually introduced, you know this guy is going to be there making sure that his name is in the conversation when it comes to who is going to be up for the title. And none of us are going to be able to argue his point, as he has been racking up win after win. He has been here since the beginning, all the way back at the beginning, which you can watch on our YouTube page for free, along with the rest of our events. But Gabriel Skye is on a hot streak, and he is going to be put to the test tonight, looking to get yet another win under his belt to further cement his name in title contention. However, the opportunity is sky high right now for this man.
Look out, it's the Lost Boys.
The backbreak kid, Athan Promise. Once again, coming out here to the ring in Vermont. Came up here with his brothers in arms, together forming an incredible trio. Miles Penn and, of course, Ryan Rise. The three of them have been tearing up in the States area for the last, probably the last year or so. Conspicuous by his absence, Judy Underwood, the fire starter. I asked them why he wasn't with them, and they said they have no idea. Perhaps there's more to that, but I'm not going to dwell on it. Athan Promise, typically a tag team specialist, tonight going at it in singles competition. Before we go any further, let's get to Tony Morse for the opening announcements.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is brought to you by Vermont Clean and Green, offering house washing, window cleaning, concrete cleaning, and hedge trimming.
Nice!
Introducing first, in the corner to my left, hailing from Strong Island and weighing in at 190 pounds, Strong Spirit, Gabriel Skye! And his opponent, from wherever he wakes up, weighing in at, he's not sure.
Not really sure, honestly, to be honest.
Representing the Lost Boys, their guy, Athan Promise! And the man in charge of the action, Adam Brunton.
Oh, yeah.
Referee Adam Brunton officiating this one. And before we get going, of course, we got to give a quick shout out to our tag team partner for this matchup, Vermont Clean and Green. Thank you so much for once again sponsoring the action here at Green Mountain Wrestling. Vermont Clean and Green, making sure that your property and the community is looking clean and beautiful. Thanks so much once again, Vermont Clean and Green, for sponsoring the action here and for supporting independent wrestling in the great state of Vermont. And the bell has rung. The matchup has begun. This is, like I said before, this is a big opportunity for Athan Promise. With Gabriel Skye holding court over Green Mountain Wrestling and basically establishing himself as one of, if not the top guy here in Green Mountain Wrestling, Athan Promise has an opportunity to show that he can hang with the best. He's held tag team gold all over the place, everywhere he goes just about. But this will be his claim at singles gold in Green Mountain Wrestling if he can pull this win out. Collar elbow tie-up going nowhere. Up against the ropes, back and forth. No man gaining the clear advantage. Athan talking a little bit of trash, but the voice went down a little bit. It's almost like his nerves are starting to get the best of him right in the beginning. He tried to kind of get him out with some trash talk, and it didn't work the way he wanted to, I don't think. Hammerlock applied now by Gabe Skye. Athan Promise finds himself a way out, reverses it now.
Off the hair. It's all right. It's all right.
Skye with a nice reversal as well. Holding on that arm. Wrist control now by Strong Spirit.
Textbook wrist lock.
Athan Promise turning it around. Nice top wrist lock applied. Lost Boy showing some nice chain here. Bring it back around in wrist control. Nice wrist lock. Gabe Skye. Always got a plan, this man. Into the bridge. Unpredictable where your opponent is going to go from that bridge. Picks him off. Nice hip toss, Gabe Skye. Oh, boots right to the jaw. I don't think Promise saw that coming. Back and forth. Headlock takeover. Ends that exchange quick, but head scissors breaks it up once again. Promise kicks out of that. Knocks the drop kick aside, goes for the kick, double kicks. And Athan takes a little bit of that one. I think he was anticipating something else, was getting ready to jump. Didn't know those boots were coming at him. And my statement earlier about his nerves getting the better of him, now I'm more convinced of that. I mean, here's a stat for you. This is only Athan Promise's third match this year, and we're in November. Like I said before, he's a tag team specialist, but definitely outside of his comfort zone in a singles matchup, especially one with such a high-profile name as Gabe Skye. Off the rope, Skye now. Shoulder block puts Athan back on his... Oh, once again.
I'm feeling about one more, huh?
Promise can't quite stay on his feet here. Skye off the ropes again. Misses the clothesline, as does Gabe. Doesn't miss that one, however. Promise goes down. Gabe Skye gives him a moment, lets him get back up to his feet. Square one coming from across. Huge chop in the corner. Sends him to the opposite side now. No momentum, looking for a couple extra steps to deliver that chop even harder.
Third time's a charm, huh?
Looking for a third. And he stands there and take it. And you know, he saw that coming. I want to make sure to point out, he saw that coming. He stayed there. He took it. This man wants to prove to the people here and the people watching at home that he can hang with a guy like Gabriel Skye. Up and over goes Skye. Shoulder to the midsection. Up and over goes Skye once again. Back into the ring. Promise. Look at this. Very well done. Gabriel Skye so versatile in his style. Does some wacky stuff on the ropes, and then he comes off with a forearm like that. Beautiful suplex, and right back on that arm. Goes for the arm, twist that elbow.
I'm just cooling off.
The wrist as well.
What do you want? You want me to stop him again? I can. I will at some point.
Says he's going to chop him again at some point. Promise back up to his feet. Gets out of that maneuver. Turns it into a pinning opportunity. No, 2 count only. Waist lock by Gabe Skye, but Promise keeps the hips popped forward, grabs that arm, brings it down, sends Gabe flying, and another nice arm drag. Takes a moment and tried to get a little bit maneuver off of those ropes, but Gabe Skye held on to it and punishes him again.
You want another one?
It's shots like that that make those missteps, those mistakes in the ring that much more difficult to deal with.
I'm sorry about
But
it.
Athan needs to take this as a wake-up call. The nerves are getting the better of him, and he needs to snap out of it, or else this match isn't going to go much further. Ducks the chop, sends a couple back to him now. Rapid fire by the back break kick. Athan Promise now. Gets reversed. Promise off the ropes, holds on. Gabe Skye comes in, takes a boot to the face. Steps back. Athan Promise comes in. Springboard off the top. Grabs the arm, takes him down. Drop kick, finds the mark. And a kip up. Goes for the cover now. Just a 1 count. We're nearly 10 minutes into this matchup, and Gabe Skye sends that message. A 1 count over to Athan Promise. Waistlock applied, going for a German suplex. Gabe Skye lowering his center of gravity, making it too difficult for him to get him over. And an elbow to the side of the head. Ducks that clothesline, catches it, does Athan Promise. Fireman's carry position. Gabe Skye forces his way out and brings that boot right to his face. Exploder out of the corner. Nasty stuff out of that corner. Athan Promise in a bad way now. Gabe Skye, this is when he gets dangerous. When he's got that momentum going in his favor, and he feels that rush, he's nearly unstoppable. Grabs the legs but gets pushed back. Athan Promise getting himself a little room, but only for a moment, a brief moment, as Gabriel Skye
Very hard lesson today.
says he's teaching Athan Promise a very hard lesson.
Face the best.
Oh, God. And whether it's a lesson Athan Promise wants to learn or not, he's damn sure going to remember it. Every time he looks in the mirror for the next 2 months, he's going to see the handprints from strong spirit Gabriel Skye. But now Athan Promise wants to return that favor. Wants to make sure that Gabe Skye remembers him, remembers the Lost Boys, remembers the Backbreak Kid, and remembers the fight that he gave him here at Green Mountain Wrestling. Double overhand chop onto the bright red chest of Athan Promise. European uppercut to the corner. Promise reverses it, rising uppercut of his own. Skye grabs him, sends another rising uppercut, back and forth. But Athan Promise, it's almost like that was all he had left. And Gabe Skye just cut him off again, and Promise just crumbled. Skye sizing up his opponent. Promise coming out of the corner. Shoulder first into the midsection. Promise in the opposite corner. Here comes Skye. Out of the way goes Promise. Turns it around. Quick pin. That's a 2 count. Misses that clothesline. Couple of kicks. Rapid fire in the chest with a forearm to the jaw. And Gabe Skye backs up into the corner, checking his teeth for loosies. Oh! Like lightning coming at Athan Promise. He never saw it coming. What a forearm! Nearly knocked his head off. Promise into the corner once again. Misses it. Face first into that middle turnbuckle. Here comes the Backbreak Kid. Right to the shoulder blades. There's that confidence that we've seen from the Lost Boy before. He's finally starting to get his stride. The question is it in time or has his moment passed? Regardless of that, Athan Promise always wants to make sure to make the most of his moments.
Come on, you guys, get back here.
Now giving the Gold Circle ticket holders their money's worth here at Green Mountain Wrestling. And Gabe Skye, dazed in that chair. Here comes Athan Promise. Double boots right to the face. Athan Promise we know. This is the Athan Promise that Gabe Skye wanted to bring out tonight.
Come on, Gabriel. Come on, get in the ring.
Face first off of the canvas. And Gabe Skye rolling back outside. Doesn't want to stay in the ring. Wants to keep the action out here for a while. And Athan Promise is more than happy to go along with it. Promise cutting off the chop exchange. Forearm to the jaw. Oh, head first into the steel post. Rolling in, breaking the count. And what is Athan Promise? We saw this at the beginning. This is what Gabe Skye did to Memory Museum. Athan Promise taking some. Oh no! Trying to take a page out of Gabe Skye's playbook, but Skye knows that play too well. Breaks the count once again. Isn't done just yet. Gabriel Skye reminded of his original death-defying maneuvers here in Green Mountain Wrestling. Athan Promise dazed on the outside, coming from the top, flying forearm onto the backbreak kid, and Gabe Skye is in the zone. Rolls Athan Promise back into the ring. Looks like he's going on the top rope. Could be looking for that Skyfall double stop. If he hits it, this is all over. Looking for the Skyfall. Athan Promise. Oh, gets the knees up. Knees up. Saved himself on that one. And gains a moment of respite. A single opportunity to recuperate, to break the momentum that Gabriel Skye had going like a freight train. And you know Miles Penn and Ryan Rise are up there watching their boy, cheering him on from the sidelines as Athan Promise goes it alone. Wants to prove to himself, to Skye, to the rest of the Lost Boys, and to the rest of the world watching that he has what it takes to be right where he is right now. Nasty forearm right below the jaw. But Promise will not relent. Answers with another. Asks for one more from Gabe Skye. Incredible heart being shown by Athan Promise right now. Gabe Skye and Promise going back and forth. Forearm after forearm. Bruising up the jaw, the neck, the collarbone. They both want it bad, but who wants it the worst? Skye peppers him. Sets him back up. Nasty chop goes across the chest. Promise fires back. Falls into the ropes. As does Gabe Skye. Neither man able to get away from each other. Oh, what a forearm. At this point, they both have each other's numbers. Able to counter just about anything they throw at each other. Holds on to the tights, pulls it back, middle of the ring. Quick standing switch by Gabe Skye to the corner, rolls back, Athan Promise. Oh! Eats that spear into the chest and takes the kick right to the back of the head. Gabe Skye back up to the top where he's most dangerous. Athan Promise. Oh! Nowhere to go but down as he takes the boots right to the chest. And both competitors down on their backs. This match has been grueling for the both of them. But the adrenaline continues to pump through the veins of strong spirit Gabriel Skye. Skye across the way, coming in. Huge kick to the side of Athan Promise. Northern Light suplex, holds onto it. Puts together a hell of a combo. Oh, Falcon Arrow. And 2 count only. And look at the face. The look on the face of Gabriel Skye. I think he thought he had it on that one. Call for Skyfall once again. He's a little far away, however. Gabe Skye sizing up his opponent. Looks for it. From the top. Misses with Skyfall. Athan Promise out of the way. Goes for the knee strike. Promise saw it coming. Catches it. Midsection. Kick to the chest. Misses with a big one. So does Gabe Skye. Oh, doesn't miss with that one. Nearly hit the night-night button. Gabe Skye in a bad way. Athan Promise needs to capitalize. Around the waist. Up over the shoulders. Loosening up the back. Separating the vertebrae. Face first into the top turnbuckle. Waist lock into a huge German suplex with the bridge. No, 2 count only. Promise continues on. Fireman's carry position. Ushigoroshi. Comes off the ropes. Oh, what a knee strike. Right to the temple. It's going to be it. Holy smokes, what a win for Athan Promise. No. You gotta be kidding me. What an absolute war these two are bringing to each other. Look at the chest. The broken blood vessels on the chest of Athan Promise. Whatever confidence he left before, he's got tenfold right now. Athan Promise is feeling it. He is in his element. Gabe Skye prone on the canvas. Athan Promise going to the top. 450, but no, rolls through. Gabe Skye out of the way. Oh, kick right to the temple. Super kick. That killer kick combo. Picks him up. Nasty power bomb. Rolls him through. Knee strike. Gets just enough of it. Athan Promise down. Staring at the lights. Gabe Skye looking for the Skyfall. Oh my God. Nearly caves in his chest cavity. And that's gonna be it. What a match.
Here is your winner, Gabriel Skye!
I'm gonna let that breathe for just a minute, folks. Mostly because I need to as well. Athan Promise came in here wanting to show to his teammates, to his opponent, to everyone here watching, and to himself that he had what it takes to hang in here with the best that Green Mountain Wrestling has to offer. And I think he did exactly that. Forget about a loss. This was a huge showing for the Backbreak Kid and a show of respect from Strong Spirit Gabriel Skye. Nothing to be ashamed of here. No doubt going back to his stablemates in the Lost Boys for big high fives and hugs and congratulations. But speaking of congratulations, holy smokes, what a huge win for Gabriel Skye. Strong Spirit just once again proved to everybody here that he is at the top of the mountain here in Green Mountain Wrestling. There are very few that we can say hold realty at the top, and Gabe Skye is no doubt one of them. Folks, don't go anywhere. If you can believe it, we still got more to come. The main event is still to come. A 6-man tag. Team Johnny Pierce versus Team B.A. Tatum. Don't go anywhere. Armageddon comes to a head. Green Mountain Wrestling continues on.